Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's Mike and Mike here with some glad to have everyone here on this Sunday afternoon on February 25th. Maybe it's evening, morning, wherever you're at. We appreciate you taking the weekend out to come and hear some very exciting stuff. I mean, truly, probably haven't seen anything like this ever. And that's kind of why we're here today and why we came back into this troubling space. Would you say, Mike?
Yes.
So, guys, we got a lot of information to share with you. We're going to give everyone it's 2 minutes after the hour of 3. We're going to give everyone to 3:05. We want to respect everyone's time. So we'll give everyone about 3 more minutes in case our watches and clocks are not synced with everyone. So just go ahead and give us a shout out where you're from. I see Michael from New Jersey, the Netherlands, Jan, Dallas, Texas. Luke is in the house. Mike, there's people from all over the world, isn't there?
That we do. So
we got Jeremy from Bradford, Ontario, Canada. Paul from Ontario. It looks like the Canadians are represented. There's another, Everton from Ontario. Essex, UK, Norway. Robert from Trinidad. Virginia is in the house. The UK, Maryland. Roger from England. So, guys, we got quite a few people coming today. There's over a couple hundred registered. So maybe most of you have probably been to one of our webinar platforms before. Maybe it's been a while. So, Mike, why don't you kind of give them a basic layout on how the platform works?
A couple things. Currently, many of you are posting in the column that's highlighted that says chat. And whenever you type at the bottom, it shows up in that chat column. If you have a question, and we encourage you to wait till toward the end because a lot of your questions will be answered, what you can do is go to that right column that's now grayed out and click on it, Q&A only, and you can type your question in there. Why do we ask you to do that? Why is it separated? Because when we get to Q&A...
Yes, I'm on a webinar. Yep. Might want to come on the webinar. Okay, thank you.
When we get to the question and answer, by having it separated, it doesn't get all mixed up with the chat. It's just a lot easier for us, and we'll start at the bottom and work our way up with the Q&A when the time comes. Most importantly, if you have any kind of a connection problem, Mike and I have got very strong internet bandwidth and everything else. So typically we don't have a problem. If you happen to have a problem on your end, somebody might be streaming in your house. They may be playing games, whatever, or it just might be a Sunday afternoon. A lot of people in your neighborhood on the internet that's choking your signal. What you can do is in our upper left, but in the upper part of your page, usually there's a vertical lightning bolt. You click on that. If you move your mouse over it, it says panic button. It may also say, depending on the style of phone you have, it may say reconnect, meaning rather than have the lightning bolt. That provides a new path for you on the internet and will reconnect you. If for some reason you're still having problems, what we suggest you do is log out and log back in. With that, back to you, Mike.
Okay, guys. So all that said, now I'm going to get into a few things. Mike, we're very deliberate on trying to explain the platform. Now we're going to go into Star Trek mode. We're going to go into warp drive. We're going to be throwing a lot of information at you at very fast speed. So you might want to need a pen and some paper. Also, you noticed I got a phone call right during our webinar. So I am going to mute my phone so that doesn't happen again. I'm going to leave it on. Usually I turn it off, but in case I lose connection, I'll see a call from Mike coming in saying, hey, you have disappeared. But panic button, if that case that happens, we'll have to reboot. So Mike will take over if we happen to have some kind of internet connection outage, which does happen. I mean, AT&T, everyone knows technology is rock solid. A couple days ago, the whole AT&T network here in the United States went poof. disappeared for a couple hours. So technology works great. And when it doesn't, it's irritating. So just be aware of technology glitches. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to be sharing with you. We're going to bounce around quite a bit. We're going to show you some PowerPoint slides, give you some information. We're going to go into a demo of the actual trading. We're going to show you how the flash loans work, where you can do it. More than that, we're going to show you actually on the blockchain where you see the full transparency. And we're going to show you how this is totally different than anything, at least me and Mike have ever seen, where you're not at risk, or the risk is so minimal that that's what's appeasing because of the venture. And then we're going to do a little show and tell surprise with a little disclaimer, potential earnings here. And it's going to blow your mind. It's just going to blow your mind. Even when you go on the conservative side, it is eye-opening. So I encourage you to stick around. As Mike said, please hold off your questions to the end of the presentation, because then the questions in there, this is a new presentation for us. We'll tweak it out over the next few weeks. Maybe something that you're bringing up that we need to cover in there to try and eliminate the questions. But if you're putting the questions, how much does it cost? What's the name of the company? And that was on the first 3 slides. We're taking time away from the real questions that need to be answered just because you are not paying attention, eating popcorn and watching a movie. So please turn off your cell phones, close your door, focus on what we're going to be saying for the next 45 minutes, and then you can make a decision if this is something for you. So without further ado, let me bring up my PowerPoint.
You want to do the poll?
Pardon?
Poll.
Oh, yes. Let me go into here real quick, a quick poll to start us off. Here, I got to get my screen set.
They've moved it. It's right under chat.
Yes, I see that. We're going to start a poll here. We're going to be talking about arbitrage trading. Arbitrage. How many people actually know what arbitrage trading is? If you don't, no harm, no foul. There's a few people who don't. Basically, arbitrage. I'll use eBay or Amazon or Walmart or something like that. You know, the people who sell like e-commerce stores, they find something cheap. Let's say this calculator. They find it for $1, and then they go to eBay or somewhere and sell it for $2. You buy it low and you sell it high. The cool thing with arbitrage and how this works is I already found Joe, or in this case, an exchange that is selling this crypto at $1. I already found an exchange over here that's willing to buy it at $1.10. So it's already guaranteed. And if it's not profitable, the system won't take it. So you are guaranteed not to have a losing trade. Now, there are a few things you can do to make it not as profitable, but the system will not allow you to take a losing trade. And we'll go over that all. So that's the basic of arbitrage. I think you'll see it a little more here on the video where you have some demos and stuff. You'll understand. But right now, about 20%, about a fifth of you don't really grasp arbitrage. And we hope, and if you don't understand it again at the end of the presentation, we'll go into a little deeper detail. But I think you get the bet where you're finding something cheap and selling it for more, and you're keeping the difference. And the nice thing about this software, AI software, it's done automatically for you. That's the advantages. So let me end that poll, and let me go ahead and see if I can bring this up here without screwing everything up. And I just went to the wrong screen.
You stopped the poll, correct?
Yes, I did. So let me go ahead and get over here. Okay, I take it you see my full screen, Mike?
Yes. Arbitrage trading, your control.
Yes, let me turn off my camera. Okay. So, guys, we're going to be talking about arbitrage trading that you basically control. There are so many programs in the past where you really don't have control. you're giving your money to a company in wherever, another country or another place, and they're doing it for you. That is not the case here. That is what makes this so radically different. Okay? Excuse me. Well, you see here. First, we need to make sure we read this in this income disclaimer. Mike, you want to read this real quick?
Sure. We do not provide investment advice. That's the single biggest thing we can say. We're not financial advisors, and the information that we provide on this webinar or in emails or videos or on a website or social media does not constitute investment advice, financial advice, or trading advice of any sort, including cryptocurrency trading, which can be very risky, and the potential loss of part or all of your crypto is certainly possible. The information, including the pictures and graphics, are for educational and illustration purposes only, and that particularly goes for later when we're going to show you what the rewards can be like. And speaking of rewards, past rewards earned by the community members are not and should not be considered a guarantee of future rewards. Do conduct your own due diligence and consult your financial advisor if you have any concerns or doubts before making any financial decisions.
Right. So what are we going to be covering on today's webinar? Well, we're going to try and give a little more example of what arbitrage is, how does it work, a bit of history on the company and the software and how it was developed, some example of live trades. You'll see it working in progress. How to see the transparency. Basically, it's the only company out there I've seen where you can actually follow every single step. It's 100% transparent. Why? Because it's on the blockchain. The reward potential from this, and we're going to show you some tricks and tips on how to actually maximize, how to go to the next level of reward potential, and then what you need to get started, and then we'll go into a Q&A and answer all your questions as best to our ability. Okay? So the company we're going to be talking about is called a Boomerang. And what sets this apart is that second line. It's a zero collateral AI arbitrage protocol. What does that exactly mean? Well, Boomerang is just a fascinating concept that combines the element of AI. I think everybody has heard of AI. Even my dog is wanting AI for setting up her treats and stuff. Everyone today is using AI. It is the most overused concept. I mean, everything is going to AI. It's unbelievable what's out there. But here is something, because we all heard of AI now in the last, unless you're coming from a far, far away galaxy, is zero collateral flash loans. That is something that I never heard of before. I didn't know about it. Arbitrage trading, we all heard about it. What makes this so unique, so different, so lowering your risk is the zero collateral flash loans. And we'll go into that real briefly here. So what is arbitrage? Arbitrage basically is exploring the price difference of some asset on different markets. Let's say arbitrage is basically buying on the A exchange for $1, like I said, and there's someone over on B exchange that's willing to buy it for $1.10. So you quickly buy it for $1 and then you quickly sell it for $1.10. The problem is the human interaction can't do that fast enough. Generally, you got to have a lot of money on one exchange to buy the product. Then you got to have an account over in the other exchange to sell the product. And you got to hope the seller and the buyer are still in the mood, if you will, for when you get all this set up and execute the going to the 2 pages. Human clicking mouse, that it is physically impossible. And that is where AI and software and scripts come into place. The example of you find a lower and a higher, it executes it in a matter of seconds, thus giving you the profit and the difference. So the key is quick execution to capitalize on the price gaps between the two. And there are always price gaps. I think we see that in gas. We go around to different places in towns. You'll see gasoline for $3.62 a gallon. You'll go somewhere else in another town, it's $3.80 a gallon. Same principle here, same concept, except you're able to take advantage of those price gaps. So the problem with arbitrage in the past, and probably most of us have been involved in some type of arbitrage program, is basically we were giving our funds to company, whether it's $1,000, $500, $300, some of us $5,000, $10,000, and they would hold on to the funds and they would basically say they're doing all these arbitrage trades for us. They would show us A exchange taking the money and B exchange selling it, and we'd make, $8 or $9, whatever the case may be. But you can never find it on the blockchain. Well, if anything is if there's any transactions at all doing crypto, it has to be on the blockchain. That is the purpose of the blockchain. And though we would ask over and over of all these companies, we'd get all the excuses, but it's proprietary. We can't do that. It'll show the trades. No, it won't. It'll show the execution of the trade. It will not show the strategy. But all these companies use those excuses. This is the first company. And every time we put our money in there, it was high risk, rug pulls, companies running off your crypto, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And they last 3, 4, 5 months and be gone, guys. And so here is the first company that actually does it on the blockchain. And they use what is called a flash loan. Because in the past, we would put $500, $1,000, $2,000, $5,000. And obviously you want to make more money, right? Who doesn't want to try and leverage your earnings? So you'd roll it over some, increasing it. Trying to get, if you're using $500, you may be making $5 a day. That's not really going to impact a lot of people's lives. But that was the limits, because you can only take 7 trades a day or some crap. That was so they encouraged you to put more money or to roll it over for 4 or 5 months so you could be making $50 a day. And then poof, she's gone. We've seen it time and time again. And here's where the DeFi, the flash loan, comes in. Flash loans are a relatively new form of uncollateralized loans. Everyone qualifies. Do you have a credit score of 450 or 800? It doesn't matter. You don't even have to apply for the flash loans. It automatically comes with your license. Depending on the license you buy is the amount of flash loans you get. And these flash loans are available to traders on some decentralized protocols based on blockchain networks. These loans allow the traders to borrow unsecured amount. Let's say you're going to do $1,000 trade on Ajax versus your Ethereum. It's going to give you a flash loan of $1,000 for that 8 seconds to execute that trade. You're not getting the money, the $1,000. It's loaning it to you to execute that trade, and then it's taking part of your profit, a small percentage, for the interest, for the use of those loans. All of that is, again, shown on the blockchain. It's shown how much they take. It's shown the wallet it goes to. Everything is shown out there, but it's all done automatically for you. So what does this mean in the long run? We don't have to put the 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, rolling it over and over again, trying to get up to $50 a day to make profits, because we're using uncollateralized loans. With each license, you get this loan, and their money is the risk. So you have no crypto at risk at any time that you're using for the trading. Zero. Let me say that again. Zero crypto at risk for the trading. It's the only program out there that you have zero at risk for the trading. So that is what caught our attention. And the transparency was the part that sealed the deal for us. So basically, when a flash loan has been issued, the smart contract, and you can read this contract online because it's on the blockchain, ensures that the borrower pays back the loan before the transaction ends. Obviously, if they're loaning you $1,000 to create it, they're not going to give you that $1,000 back there to execute it. Too many people we know would just disappear. So they get their money back, they get a small percentage, and you get the net profit. If this condition isn't met, in other words, if the trade isn't profitable for the flash loan company to make their bank, for you to make your bank, and for the gas fees to cover the charge and still be profitable, the loan never happens. It will not execute. So you're protected from losing. This guarantees basically the safety of the funds. The company that does this is called AVA, and we'll go over that here real quick. But this is the basic understanding how. This is an example here, a flash loan. You're looking, you find a profitable arbitrage trade. You execute that trade. Immediately it requests a flash loan for that amount, whether it's $300, $500, $1,000. It executes it. It takes its share. Your profit, your difference, the net goes into your wallet, into your MetaMask wallet. At no time does the company keep your earnings. No time does anybody get your earnings. It's directly done into you. You don't have to request a withdrawal. You don't have to request a transfer. You don't have to wait. You don't have to do anything. It's automatically placed in your MetaMask wallet within a second. So this company is Boomerang, and we're going to show you here what is some of the advantages. The zero collateral loans. Basically, every user of Boomerang receives a loan for the transaction based on their amount. All the scans are available at the best possible options giving you. The software is looking for the most profitable loans. You don't need to have any experience or knowledge on trading or bots or how to use arbitrage. You do have to have some experience on how to start a computer or a cell phone. You do have to have an experience on how to click. You do have to know math, meaning is 1% what you're looking for. You do have to see that. If it's at 0.5%, that's probably not a very good trade because you have expenses. You want to renew. You want to be profitable. So there's not a lot of knowledge here that's needed. Basic understanding of what you're looking for, and it executes the trade. The AI only presents profitable trades. There is no option. It will not take a losing trade. And each trade option is generated in real time. There is no waiting to the end of the day, waiting an hour to see the trade. You get the transaction history instantly. You can see the trade, the money's in your wallet, etc. So, what are the benefits? Well, the flash loans do not require us to put up any money, don't require us to sign contracts. No credit score check, none of it. It's automatic. Okay, instant access. Right now, there is not instant access. Please listen to this. Right now, they are doing something called whitelisting. Basically, it's in beta test right now. Going live next Friday, March 1st. This is important. Right now, you can get $150,000 in flash loans. After March 1st, and we'll go over this, you get $100,000 from then on. So there's a huge benefit to the instant access. And right now, it's not instant. It takes 2-3 days to get your whitelisting loan set up so you can be ready for next Friday. They also give you a little bit in beta test right now till next Friday of $1,500 that you could play around and execute a few trades with. But next Friday, March 1st, the system goes live, and you will, if you bought a license prior to March 1st, you will get $150,000. If you buy it after March 1st, it's $100,000. And I'll give you an example here, the difference and how that can impact you. Okay? Liquidity provider is provided by AVA, the loan provider, and the decentralized exchanges. So let me go real quick and show you here the provider here. Let me go through this and I'll show you here. The networks right now that the system is on is Polygon. These are the networks that are going to be added. You see Artrium right here on the far right, first row. That is another network that will be online by the end of March. It's already being added. Then Binance Smart Chain is next. And then I believe he said the Ethereum. That is the order that they're looking at. So some people ask, well, how about if they get 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, 100,000 users, whatever the case may be? How is the Polygon network going to be able to handle all those users? Well, guys, this is where they're expanding. Mike, are you there?
Yep, had to turn my mic on, but yep.
How many coins are there on the networks usually? How many altcoins are there out there?
Oh my God. I'll do a quick search.
Yeah.
Because it's hundreds, if not thousands.
Right. So guys, the potential here to scale up using the different networks are literally unlimited. People ask that, well, if they get 10,000, won't it max out? Or if they get 50,000, won't it max out?
Mike, it's more than 9,000.
The arbitrage opportunities on the networks are unlimited. The flash loans that they use, the ones that provide the loans, there's four of them out there. There's AVA, Radiant, DYDX, and Uniswap. Right now, they have AVA, and they are working with, I believe it is Uniswap, or maybe it's Radiant. They're supposed to launch that one at the end of March as well. Why the end of March? End of March, just to give you a timeline here to understand, right now they're in beta testing. Come March 1st, which is next Friday, they go live. From March 1st till March 30th, they are in what's called stress testing. They'll be moving the data and everything over to their full-blown servers, and then our job, this is scary, is to break the servers, to stress test them, to make sure it can handle an influx of hundreds of thousands of people, hundreds or thousands of people coming online to scale it up. So there are going to be problems in March. There are going to be downtimes when they're adjusting, tweaking something. That's what the extra flash loans, and we'll talk about it, the extra value you're getting for buying a license to put up with those headaches. If you don't like headaches and can't live off of Excedrin or Tylenol and the frustrations, then you probably want to wait to April. But if you can make some good money, put up with the frustrations, and get some extra rewards, and we'll cover that. But let me show you AVA real quick here. Let me see if I can bring up a page real quick and show you. Most of you can follow along there, type it in real quick. Let me go here. Let me see here, show my screen. Let's see, ABBA, I think it is. Nope, what is the site? Is AABE. Whoops, sorry. AABE. There we go. And you can see as of right now, real time, they have a little over $11.25 billion in liquidity. So they got some cash. And this is where one of the providers of the current provider of the flash loans, which they're going to be increasing it another provider here by the end of March. So that's where the liquidity and the flash loans come from. So now the decentralized exchanges, where do they find these arbitrage opportunities at? Right now, these are the 18 exchanges. They'll be adding more exchanges as they expand, but these are the 18 exchanges. Mike, you were looking at Kraken, right, the other day. How many coins are on Kraken? I think you said like 600.
Yeah, I think it's between 6 and 7. Yep.
So guys, they're looking for all those coins there at someplace else. And they go to these decentralized exchanges. Now, Kraken is a centralized exchange. They use decentralized exchanges. Now, Understand here, these are the wallets that will be available down the road, not now. The only wallet, some people have been able to set up a trust wallet. It's been a nightmare for a lot of people. We are recommended MetaMask. MetaMask is easy. It's very expandable. You can create multiple accounts there, which is an advantage to you, and I'll show you what we mean here soon about that. MetaMask, if you're going to do this, we can give you some help on the MetaMask. If you try something else, you are on your own. Just telling you right now, MetaMask is the way to go. So everyone wants to know, well, what's the company's future? What do they plan on the future? Well, Boomerang 1.0 is where they're at right now. Okay, you see there, they're at Matic. They got the Ava. Radiant is the next, obviously, you can see there, is the next protocol, the flash loans where they're going to get. They have 15 decentralized exchanges, and there's no platform fee right now. When they go to Boomerang 2.0, that will be April, is their target date. They will be adding 3 more blockchains, 3 more exchanges out there on networks. Okay, and you can see the lending protocols. They'll be adding 2 more. They'll be going with another algorithm that helps find the loans. And then you can see 3 more at 3.0 and so forth. In this process, Boomerang 3 is their goal. Boomerang 3. They'll call it automated. I'll call it semi-automated, where you'll see me putting in the coin that I found. You won't have to do that. You still will have to click something. You still will have to click something and execute a trade, but the process will be even streamlined even more. So, and when they get to there, you'll have the Android app, the iOS app, unfortunate Apple users, they'll have an app for that. Right now, there's no app. You have to do it on a website browser, whether you're on your phone. People are doing it on their phone. They're doing it on their tablet. So it is possible, but they'll have a dedicated app by then. And then there will be a platform fee of 5%. When we show you the earning potential here in a few minutes, it's already going to have the platform fee in there. We are going ultra conservative. Just keep that in mind. Okay. So that's basically the platform in a nutshell. Now I'm going to show you a couple things, and then we're going to get to the live trading example. This is called the DApp. This is the brain center of when you log in to Boomerang. A couple of things here. There's a lot of information here, but a lot of it is just helpful information. You don't need to. There's 3 things you need to know. Number 1, what's the main coin you're going to trade? You put a base coin in. I'm putting this base coin in. Now I'm going to look for something that is profitable using this base coin. In this example, it's USDC point E. Second thing, now when I find something, and you'll see that in the live trading example, this is where the alternate coin goes in. Whether it's Ethereum, Swamp, Frax, Matic, whatever, it goes in there. The most important thing you have to know is math. Is that number 1.0 or better? Right there, it's 0.7, 0.7. Not a profitable trade. Don't execute it. Keep searching. And these searches take 5-10 seconds. You'll see on my example, my demo example here. When that hits 1.0 or better, you hit that big green button that says confirm. Then you hit another button, confirm on your MetaMask, and you'll see that in my example. And then you sit back and let the system run. That's it. That's all there is to it. So, with that being said, now you're going to see about a 20-minute video. The reason we did a video, I took the trade this morning. You'll see the timeline. It was around noonish, I think, about 3 hours ago. Because when you run the system, you want to have everything shut off. I do mean everything. You don't want to be streaming a movie. You don't want someone in the house playing some games. You want To use a Star Trek analogy, maximum power, Scotty, for your internet. You want all available pipeline speed on your internet because speed is of the essence in executing the most trades the fastest. That is the most important thing. Can you do it on your phone? Absolutely. People have done it. Can you do it on the laptop wireless? Absolutely. People have done it. Myself, I have a hard wire. I'm on a desktop. And to me, that gives me the best possible speed. To each his own. Okay? So let me go ahead and play this video. And it'll walk you through exactly how it works, the transparency and everything. And then we're almost done here. So this is a little bit of a long video, but I think you guys will appreciate it. So let me make sure I hit the right video.
I got it, Mike. I'll do it.
Okay, and I'm turning off my mic. Hey everyone, this is Mike. And what we're going to show you is here some basic steps on taking an arbitrage trade. There are some best practices and tips to speed this up that will be on another video. But these are some basic steps on how to execute a trade within the Boomerang arbitrage system. First thing you want to do is make sure you're all set up, ready to execute a trade. By example, you want to make sure you're logged in to your MetaMask wallet before you come to the site. The MetaMask is the little fox head up here. You make sure you're logged in there. To trade, MetaMask will execute a small amount of gas fees. The gas fees need to be in the Polygon network on Matic. Matic is the coin, as you can see here. Let me close this out real quick. You can see I have about $337 in Matic. Now, if you have multiple accounts, you can have multiple wallets in MetaMask. You'll see here I have 2 accounts in MetaMask. You want to make sure when you come to the right accounts, you're in the right MetaMask wallet. You can see this one I have about 84 Matic, and this one I have 348 Matic, okay? So I have 2 accounts, and we'll go over why here in a minute with that. So you want to make sure you're in the right account. So I'm going to execute on this one here that I have the 348 that ends in Echo 72. And you can see here, Echo 72, okay? So let me go ahead and close that out real quick. So that is making sure when you come to the site, you're logged in. Next, you want to make sure the data fields are filled in. They're calling this whitelisted. So to understand whitelisting means pre-beta. You're getting a special license. They're having to approve these manually because when the system goes live here in April 1st to the general public, it'll be all automated. You'll get $100,000 in flash loans and it'll be instant. Here in the beta launch, and which is in between March 1st and April, the stress testing of the servers, they're giving you extra flash loans, which is going to allow you to earn extra money. Kind of a thank you for helping to stress test the servers. There are going to be frustrations. There are going to be downtimes. If you don't like that, wait till April 1st. If you want to take advantage of that with all the headaches that may involve, you can do that in March 1st. But to get one of these special licenses, you need to have it done prior to March 1st to get the extra $50,000 in flash loans, which can benefit you by an extra $500 or so. That's an estimate. Nothing's guaranteed in profits. So, but you also get, if you buy a license prior to March 1st, you get what they call beta testing flash loans. You can see here, I got $1,500 in flash loans. You can see over the past week or so, 2 weeks, I have executed 10 test trades and made around $13 in profit. And we'll show you those trades here in a minute. But you want to make sure this field is showing you your money, your flash loan availability. You can see I have $234 and some change left. $234 and some change left. You can see here, they've executed over 120,000 trades in here. Total volume, $185 million. This is messed up here. They just patched it last night. And so this is a really messed up here. I'm sure there's going to be another patch here coming out to fix some of the, whenever someone patches something in technology, usually you tighten something down and it springs a leak somewhere else. Same with software. You fix something and it breaks something related to it. And so it's a process. You got to understand that during beta testing, which this is, and the March stress testing, it's going to be like that. If you want smooth sailing, no bumps, no bruises, wait till April. If you can put up with the bumps, the bruises, the downtimes, and get the extra money, you can do this in March. Totally up to you. That's the expectation. So let me show you how we get ready for trade. This is called the DAP page. D-app, okay? This is the home page where you set and go everything. Now, you have market opportunities. This is where you search for the profitable trades. And then you have your transaction history that shows everything on the blockchain. And we'll go over that page a little bit longer here, but let me show you the market opportunities here and what I do to get ready. Now, I know there's about 20, 25 coins here currently, and they're going to be adding a lot more that are right now that we're doing arbitrage trading on. And you want to try and shoot for 1% or greater. You definitely don't want to take a 0.5, a 0.5%, or 0.6% because you have expenses. You got to repurchase the license. You got a little bit in gas fees. So you want to make a good profit. You're looking for, depending on the size of trade, and that's important to understand that, and we'll get into that in a little minute here, but depending on the size of trade, you want to generally shoot for about a 1% plus. And now you can see here, there's Link, 1.06. You rapidly look for what's really right now, because the market conditions change. You can see WMATIC, 1.8. And so I'll refresh. I'm kind of just looking what's popular right now. And that this white screen is a lag a little bit. And again, test server. You can see a 0.98. Now, if I was taking a $1,000 trade, I would execute this one, try to, because that's still $9.80 on a $1,000 trade. And we'll get into that a little bit more. Here's a nice $1,000 trade. But on a $300-400 trade, I'm not going to execute that. So I'm looking for something. Here's a MATIC and an AAVE, 1.07. That's a good one. So now I refresh again. And now I'm looking here. I'm looking to see what's really the markets are looking, what's bringing the most profit. What is the base coin? The base coin is the first position here that I'm looking for. The first position here. And there doesn't look to be any 1%ers on that page. Here's a USDC. Point E, 1.27. That's a really nice profit. Here's one almost close to the WMATIC and the SAN. I'm looking for the base coin. Here's another USDC. So now I got two USDCs that looking like it has, there's some arbitrage opportunities with that. Here's a WETH. Here's a Link. So you want to pick one of these base coins. Here's another Link. So I give this a few seconds and then I decide on whatever coin that I want to shoot for. Now, some days it's going to be different. It is just the market conditions, okay? It's market conditions. Here's another USDC. So I'm going to try USDC. I'm going to make that the base coin. So now I'm going to go back to the DApp, set up my USDC trades, and I'll show you what I do. Okay, I'm back on the DApp page. When you bounce between pages, you get this circling that takes sometimes 7 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds. So you really want to be aware of that because in this system, time is money. The quicker you can execute the trade, the more likely it will go through and the more profitable or more trades you'll be able to take in the time you're setting for yourself to be down at the computer, whether that's 30 minutes or 1 hour. If you can execute a trade every minute, you're going to be able to execute 60 trades a minute. If it takes you 2 minutes per trade, you're able to execute 30 trades per hour. So it really depends on how fast you can go through the trades, finding profitable trades, and going through your total amount of flash loans, which in pre-beta or beta mode is 150,000. After March 1st, any licenses will be 100,000. So you want to go through that flash loans as fast as possible when you're sitting at the computer, however much time you decide. So the larger the trade, the faster you go through the flash loans. So that is, but you can see here, as I said, I only have $234 left in flash loans. So I'm not going to be able to execute what I love. I love those $700, $800, $1,000 trades, minimum $500. And I've taken a few of those, but it's went through the majority of my little beta test flash loans. So now I'm going to execute some $50 trades just to show you the process. But you don't want to execute $50 trades. That's just, it's very time consuming. You would have to execute one every minute to be profitable, or even maybe faster. So you want to shoot for a minimum of $300, more in the zone of $500 to $800, even $1,000. But you got to understand, how fast does it take to find one of these profitable trades and execute it is a factor. And we'll get into more tips and practices in another video, but to show you. So now I'm going to use USDC. So what I do is I go over here, I select the USDC coin as the base coin. This is the base coin area. I'm going to select the amount that I want to execute a trade for. Some coins are $1 for $1 in crypto. For example, USDC, and I'll show you what I mean here. USDC, if I was to take $100 trades, it's equivalent, $100 in crypto, it's equivalent to $100 in USD. Now let's look at another one. For example, let's go to Link. Let's say I wanted to take 100 Link coins. This coin is very high in value. You can see it's worth 1,854. So if I wanted to take a $100 trade, I'm probably going to go with a 0.3. I'm sorry, maybe a 0.3. Let's try that. Okay, so there you go. You can see I would do a 0.6, 0.6. Okay, well, let me try 6 coins. There we go, 6 coins. Sorry, I wasn't doing the math. That's roughly $111. Now, one more coin to show you the benefit, what I'm talking about, and this one's very expensive. You have to watch this, and it's the WMATIC. Let me put in the same 100 coins here, and you can see that's $96. Okay, so you want to be aware of this. There's another coin out here that is really outrageously priced, and that's just it's WETH, I believe, is the coin. Let me get that real quick and show you what I mean here. Let me go here. We'll use WETH, and we'll put in 100 coins there of WETH. That's roughly $304,000. So on this one, I'm going to have to use 0.05 maybe. There you go. Well, guys, it looks like we had lost sound on the video for some reason. I am not sure what to put 100. There we go. We're back. Dollars. I'm going to shoot for 50. Sound is going in and out now. What is going on here? So I'll try and narrate this. Basically, I'm going through here. I'm going to the transaction, the history. And I'm going to be sliding over to my other screen, the system. Now it looks like the video's froze up. I guess YouTube not working well. I can't forward it at all. Mike, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, the sounds. I guess the YouTube channel's fucked up, but screwed up. This is a YouTube issue. Yeah. There's either a bandwidth issue coming in or something that's causing it to lag like this. Yeah, so we'll have to stop it here. We won't be able to show it. That's unfortunate because it wanted to show the transaction history and I can't. I can't even fast forward it. Do you have a link for it, Mike?
Yeah.
You want to put it in the chat. Stop the video. Stop the video because it's useless. Sorry, guys, about that technology. There's one of the issues there. Seems like, well, one of us is having bandwidth issues, or YouTube is. It's unknown. YouTube is pretty reliable on holding a playback video. Let me see if I can bring up the transaction history here on the actual platform for you guys real quick. We'll go to backup plan B. I never thought that would happen, but hey. So this is going to take a while. 2022. I think it's really important to show you. The most important thing is, of course, the transparency that we won't be able to show you because I have to show you in the DApp itself. If I can bring it up real quick here. So, Mike, did you get that link?
Yeah. You want me to just post it in the group?
No, I send it to me on Telegram or something. Otherwise, people will leave the webinar if they do that, and then they'll log out accidentally.
Okay.
So just send it to me Telegram, and maybe I can show it there. I'm hoping. Let me show you guys real quick where I'm at here. I'll show you the actual live. I didn't want to do this because it creates a lot of lag. This system takes a lot of bandwidth, okay? And it's circling now because we're in a video thing, so I can't even, I guess using a video really messes this platform up. Do you see my screen, Mike? Probably not, right?
Right, correct. I do not.
Yeah, it's just lagged out. I'm going to have to log off, Mike. I'm frozen up. Playing that video just froze me up.
Okay. Well, I do want to, there's some questions that I can answer in the meantime. Well, I'm going to hold them because how much will this software cost? Everton asked that question. You buy a license and you can, the licenses come, $500 is the basic license. There's reasons to have two licenses so you can flip-flop back and forth when you're doing it, but you can certainly do it with just one license. And so basically that's all that's at risk. And as soon as you complete a portion of the of using the funds that you have, you'll have that initial $500 back. So like Mike said earlier, the risk is very, very, it's for a very limited time.
Mike, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You want to turn on your camera?
Yep. But I thought you were going to show something.
I am going to. We can leave it on here. So, guys, let me kind of switch gears here on the fly. Nothing like a little bit of on the fly. So just to show you here, let me go in here. Show you real quick. And that canceled it out. That was, let's see here. Share. Okay. I'm going to turn our cameras off, Mike, because it's blocking the one area. Nope, we can leave them on. We can leave them on. Okay, guys, so here's my DAP. You can see that goofy little amount here. As of right now, 121,000. I have a little less. If you remember, I had $234 because I took a $50 trade. And here's I got left in my beta flash loans, 184,000. Here's the amount down here, and here's the market. I go to the transaction history. If you remember, I was going to take a USDC and a Link coin, and that's the one I took right here. USDC Link, it was for $50. You see the amount here, and you see I made 59 cents in profit. That's why I'm saying the $50 trades are not that profitable, because you got to take a lot of them. If you're taking $50 trades, you can see I've taken a $500 trades. That's 10 times the size, and I made $5.30. And it took me, a minute and a half, maybe a minute to execute the trade. So I can take a minute to make 59 cents, or I can take a minute and make $5.30. So if you're taking a minute, we'll say 50 trades, you're going to sit down an hour and do this, right? Maybe. You're going to execute maybe 50 trades. So 50 trades at 60 cents. Okay, you can do the math. Or 50 trades at $5.30. Well, 50 times $5, you can do the math much better. And that's where the $1,000 trades, the $800 trades I talked about. The transparency, you can see the trades I've taken. You showed on before I started executing, I had 10 trades. I took 11. That's the second page here, but this is the one I executed. And you can see here. This is the transparency, guys. This is unlike anything out there. This link right here. This is the hashtag. Anyone who knows anything about crypto, anything you do, they always want to know the hashtag, the transaction ID. Why? Because it's proof that it actually happened. It actually happened. Here, you can see my license, my MetaMask wallet ends in ECHO 72. Very important. ECHO 72. Everyone sees that. ECHO 72 is the ending of my wallet, okay? Now I'm going to go to the blockchain. That's the Polygon blockchain. You can see this here. Can't be fake, can't be edited, it's impossible. Transaction FB2E. FB2E. You can read that whole thing there. We'll go back here real quick. FB2E. So we're talking the same transaction. Okay, and look down here. Here's ECHO E72, my wallet, collecting 59.72 cents. Guys, executed, and I told you it was around noon, remember? And it was done 3 hours and 41 minutes ago. You guys can figure the time. That was around noon my time at least, and now it's 3:50. You can see it here. And you can see here everything done. Here's the flash loan. They made 1 penny off of me. Now, as it gets more and more bigger, $1,000 loans, they make a little bit more. And a lot of people freaking out on the gas fees. Oh my God, the gas fees are killing me. The gas fees are outrageous, blah, 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 because they don't understand. And there's some haters out there. There's some fear people. There's some people who don't understand how to read. But gas price right here, 101. Oh my God, I paid 101 Matic? No. Mike, what is this word right here?
Gwai.
Gwai.
It's a fraction, a very minute fraction of the actual coin itself.
Kind of like when you're getting electricity to your house. You're billed on kilowatts. But when I turn my computer on and I turn on my light, it's not using 100 kilowatts. It's using 100 watts generating of light. I'm getting billed kilowatts, megawatts. It is the power. How much are they charging me for the kilowatts, the megawatts? And you can see right here, transaction fee. This cost me 7 cents in Matic. A value of 7 cents worth of Matic. Matic was 0.07. Now, it's sometimes, just like the normal networks, the highway that you travel maybe on, it can be busier. It can be lighter traffic. Sometimes there's going to be higher gas fees. The highest gas fees I seen was 30 cents for a $400 trade. That's a little bit really high. Usually it's in the teens, 12, 13, 10, 9, 8, in that area. Just to show you and prove you what I'm talking about, let's go back to a trade I took 12 days ago. As I said, I took a $500 trade. I wanted to see, how it worked. You can see it here, $500 trade. I made $5.30, actually 1.06%. I click on the hash, which can't be fake, cannot be hacked, cannot change it. Not me saying it, not Joe saying it, not some spammer saying it. It's actually the blockchain saying it. I executed it 12 days and 19 hours ago on February 13th. You can see transaction fee, A25. We'll go back here. Go back down here. A25. I'm just reading the last few digits to save time of my eyes and your eyes. So A25. Oh, the flash loan cost 1 penny. Went into Echo 72. Oops, sorry, wrong one. Echo 25. The flash loan actually made 3 cents on this one. It's a little larger loan. My profit was $5.32. It went into Echo 72. The gas fees for a loan 10 times larger than the previous $50 loan was 1 more penny in gas fees. 1 more penny. So what is more profitable, $50 loans or $500 loans or $800 loans? You see the potential here. Now, I hope everyone, sorry about the demo going through it here, but guys, this is the thing that got us, wasn't it, Mike? This right here, this screen, it's on the blockchain. It's not fake. This loan happened. This transaction happened. This is the block. This is the time. This is the hashtag. This is it going into my Matic. It's not me showing you a Matic that I somehow graphic and put into 59 cents to make it look like here. The blockchain is saying it sent me $5.30.
Well, I think that's another important thing to emphasize is the fact that the money's coming directly to
I don't have to ask for it. Yeah. I don't have to go anywhere and request it.
It's not like they're holding it and then giving it to you later. It comes as the transaction is happening.
Exactly. So now, Tom Cruise was in that famous movie, wasn't it, Mike? Show me the money. That was what everybody wants to know. Everybody wants to see, well, what is possible, guys? So let me turn off this screen right now. I think I showed everything on the transaction, the history, and the transparency. It's 100. You can see every step of the process here, from executing the start to it going in your wallet, paying the flash loans, paying the gas fees. Everything is fully transparent. The only program that I know of out there that does this, whether it's trading or arbitrage, it's the only platform that does this. So let me close this out. Let me go here and close this out. And let me close this out. I'm looking for the money thing. I know everybody wants to know the money. Okay. Mike, can you see my calculator?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to take one quick poll. I want people's input here. Okay. So on this poll, we're asking a very basic question. If you were to get a license, how much time in a day do you see yourself investing in taking trades per day? Now, maybe on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you can do 2 hours. And on Saturday, you can do 3 hours. On Sunday, you got family stuff, nothing. But we're talking average. If you're doing 2 hours a week and nothing on the weekend, you're doing 10 hours a week. That's an hour and a half a day. Okay? So average per week. And I don't know who keeps calling me over and over again, but they love to call during the webinars. And these are team members, which is very exciting, since they should be on the webinar. Okay. So I'm going to stop it right here. We're still bouncing around a little bit, aren't we, Mike? A little bit. We're still getting votes, which is amazing. We're going to cut it off 5, 4, 3. We'll just give you an average here. The average person right now, what do you see, Mike? It says. Mike? Are you there?
No, I had my mic off. I'd say probably around 2 hours a day, 1.5 to 2 hours at least.
Right. The voting came back. 9% says 30 minutes. 12% said an hour. 21% said an hour and a half. 31% said 2 hours. 25% said 3 hours. We're going to take the top 2 and maybe even the top 3. Nothing against the 9% and 12%, but we make this webinar 3 hours long, and we want to respect it. So you can divide the hour or whatever into whatever time frame. And this calculator is available to our team, by the way, and we'll show you where you can get it. So you can play with it. So what is the difference? Let's show you now on the benefit on buying a license before March 1st versus after March 1st. Let's say the license cost, the entry-level license costs $500. You're going to get a multiplier of what they actually call 300. 300 times 500 is $150,000 in flash loans. You're looking for at least a 1% profit trade. You're going to find more, 1.06, 1.11, 1.20, whatever. You want at least a 1% profitable trade. Now I'm putting gas fees at 5% at 15 cents, which is high end. We're already including the platform fees that doesn't happen to April.
Mike, we lost your voice.
That's because I turned off the mic instead of the camera.
Oh, okay.
There we go. So we got all the basic information. We got the platform in there. Now we're going to go down to the nitty gritty. Most people, the biggest one, said they are going to work 2 hours per day. We got 2 hours right there. Now, I'm going to be conservative. Again, it depends on your internet connection. Are you on a cell phone? Are you on a tablet? Are you out in, are you on a high-speed internet? Are you in a hotel? If you're in a hotel, I feel sorry for you because they usually are not the fastest connections. You can still do it. But so we're going to go slow. It took me about 45 seconds. Okay. I'm going to double it. I'm going to put a minute and a half. We're going to go conservative, very conservative, minute and a half. Basically, I'd be eating popcorn between each trade. Okay. 2 hours a day. To go through my $150,000 in flash loans will take me 5 days. 5 days. From this one purchase of my license, I'm going to have down here, I would have made a total of $1,500. Now, I like making money, so I'm going to repurchase another license. So $500 of the $1,500 is set aside. Now, I have to pay $75 in platform fees, which in the month of March, you don't have to. And I have $45 in gas fees, which is on the high end. The high end. I still put in my pocket $880. In how many days? 5 days. I'm sorry, there's the actual, I didn't hit that. I did that in 3.75 days. We'll say 4 days. 4 days. I made $880 profit net in 4 days. Now, if I was to do it a month, we got to go here because the license with the 150 is a one-time thing, and we'll show you what we mean. From then on, you have to purchase normal licenses, which is 100,000. So we're going to go on the nitty-gritty. We're only going to put the 200 multiplier in because we want to be ultra conservative, what the potential is. So this is a normal license. 500, 200 multiplier, 100,000 flash loans. You're going to need to execute. If you're taking a $500 trade, this is the nitty gritty right here, guys. You're going to need to execute 200 trades. How long will it take you to execute 200 trades? Well, if you take 1.5 minutes per trade, which is really long, and you work 2 hours a day, it will take you 2.5 days to go through your license. 2.5 days on a $500 trade. That is roughly, you will be able to buy a license in 1 month, roughly 12 times. 12 times. 12 renewals. Because each time you take your money out, you got the money down here. So in the end of the month, after you, every 3 days, you're buying a license, or 2.5 days, sorry, you would have made that month net $5,040. Net when you bought one license. Now remember that circling I tell you about where you're waiting 45, 50, 60 seconds for it to process. What I do is I have another license on another browser in the same MetaMask. Remember I showed you I have 2 MetaMask wallets with the same MetaMask account, if you will. So I'm actually executing a trade less than every minute because I'm bouncing back and forth. When one is processing, I'm looking for another trade. So I go over to here, which is a whole lot faster. Now we're talking, we'll be conservative every 2 days. Now we're talking 15 renewals a month. Now you're at 63, and it can be faster. Now I'm looking for $800 trades. That is my goal, $800 trades. And you notice here, with $800 trades, I only need to execute 125 trades. My sweet spot, honestly, is $1,000 trades. I can go through a license every day. That's 30 times. Now, if it takes me 3 minutes to find it, they're a little harder to find a winning trade. You see what I mean? So there again, 14, 2 licenses, 17 trades, roughly 17,000. But I only need 100 of these trades. So where's the sweet spot between 500? How long does it take me? Is it 3 minutes? Can I find $1,000 trade in 2 minutes? Usually I have, to be honest. Now, if you do the $50 trades, you have to take, for example, 2,000 trades. So it behooves you to take larger trades. $300, $500, you see the difference here. You can play with all this. Now I'm going to use what the people ask. We're going to put in three hours. We're going to put in $500 because that was the one that was the second most popular, 3 hours. $500 trades, 1% profitability with the normal flash loan. Basically a little bit over 2 days. So 2 days, 15, basically 14 licenses repurchased on a single license, $5,800. If you were to purchase 2 $500 licenses, you could use half of that other one up. So probably you're looking at ballpark. How fast can you go through your license? That is the question. How long will it take you to do 200 trades? If you're doing $800, how long will it take you to do 125 trades? It's that simple. That is the potential. Now, these are estimates, right, Mike? These are not guarantees. But you see what the potential is here. And what are you risking? $500 license. No one holds onto your crypto. You don't have to ask it for your crypto back at any time. How soon are you in profit? Well, here I'm in profit by, I buy it today, I'm in profit by Tuesday, if the licenses were live. Because I'm doing 3 hours a day. Okay, Mike. So let me finish this PowerPoint slide and we'll get to the questions real quick. Can you see my screen, Mike?
Yes.
Okay, let me go back to where I was at. Okay, we got that. We got that. So here's the cost of the licenses. Notice 2 columns. One pre-March 1st, if you buy $500, you get 100,000, 150,000 flash loans. After March 1st, $500 license. And that's renewals. You can only get one of these, guys. One-time buy, one-time special. You're making an extra bank here for doing the headaches. But it's a one-time thing. After when we renew licenses, we're going to all buy these licenses over here, just so everyone's clear on it. This is the one-time thing. March 1st. It goes live March 1st. So after March 1st, we'll be buying these licenses. 500,000, 100,000 flash loan. $1,000 license gets you 300,000 and so forth. We have a couple of team members who bought $10,000 license. They got $3 million in flash loans. They got that extra $1 million in flash loans. So it really depends on what you want to do. But if you want to do this, you definitely, if at all possible, buy a license before March 1st, because you're basically getting a free license because you're going to make at least $500 extra in profit. It makes it just, to me, a no-brainer. Okay, so what's the advantage of joining our team? Guys, we are super excited about this. What the earnings I can do, my sisters can do, friends I know that I mean, it's just, and the transparency is unparalleled. So we're really excited, and we're going to go all out on helping everyone get the most out of this. So if you join our team, and all this is only for our team, we always have had a Telegram group, and a lot of times people come in there, guest, and want to be people who might join, not join. No more. It's only for members. If you don't have an active license after March 1st, sorry, but we're going to ask. The hotel is saying checkout is on March 1st. Checkout time from our Telegram room is March 1st. It will only be for active members. That's just because we're going to be putting in a lot of tips, a lot of the best coins. You can actually add coins. You know, the 20 coins they have right now, you can actually add coins to it. And there are people doing some extreme searches, getting 20, 30% on a trade. Now, those take a little while to find, but if that's your method you want to use, it's possible. So we'll be going over that, how to add coins. Marketing system. Everyone has asked, are we going to have a marketing system to share this, to explain it to other people? Mike, what is the average marketing system? We bought plenty of them ourselves from other companies. What do they run?
About $50 a month.
$50 a month. So if you do it for 1 year, 50 times 12, $600 you're going to spend. Here, we're going to give it to members because there's some video cost, hosting costs, pay the programmer to create it. One-time cost, if you want one, $25. One-time cost. So you save a whole bunch of money. We are going to create, starting tomorrow, a video library of over 30 videos on how to get Matic, on some basic ways to get Matic, how to convert crypto into some other coins, how to convert the coins you're getting that you're earning into USDT and then into cash, different various ways. There's 100 exchanges out there, guys. We're going to use a few simple ways so you got the understanding. We're going to show you how to create a license. We're going to show you how to add coins. We're going to show you how to add your coins to accept them in MetaMask. We're going to create it on cell phones, laptops, desktops. We're going to put it every possible way that we can think of, over 30 videos. Obviously, those cost money, time to have people create them. Very generously, $450, probably more worth value. We are going to have our own ticket support system. Now, if you have a problem with Matic or the system not showing up or something, that we can't help. But if you have some kind of tip or trick that you're stuck, we can help you. We're going to have a ticket system and a paid staff member that knows how to answer them, gives you where to direct you to traffic and solutions to try and help you. On staff, ready to help the team. We're going to be paying them on a monthly fee. You can imagine if someone wants to work less than $1,000 a month, they can contact us. We'll gladly give you $5 an hour or something. But you can see there's a cost to that. We're going to have that for the team in place. We're going to give you gifts. Those are the little animation stuff and banners. If you want to share this on Facebook, social media, emails, whatever, every month we're going to give 3. We also have a pretty cool software, isn't it, Mike? The language software.
Yes.
It puts it into 20 different languages. The most popular: Czechoslovakian, Romanian, Italian, French, German, Spanish, Portuguese, over 20 languages. It will convert it into those languages for the people that have friends, relatives, neighbors, co-workers, or want to build into a different group that needs some help No company has ever done anything like that. We'll be the only team, I guarantee you, that has how-to videos in different languages. You can't even express the cost that what it's worth there. And all this will go live these will be behind a firewall. When I mean a firewall, they will be in a membership area only that you'll have to give us your username. And if you are not in our database, in our username, and we can see it, you will not have. These things will not be out there for public use, consumption. We will not take it. Someone says, well, Mike, we'll give you $200 if you get access. Not happening. These are only for our teams. Under no shape, way, or form will we open this up or sell this to outside sources. It just ain't going to happen. So I think, let's see where I'm at here. I believe that's it there. So let's get into the Q&A.
Before we do, I will mention that you're going to come back in the screen.
I'm trying to.
Okay,
I'm
there
hitting
you go.
the wrong buttons everywhere.
When we say on our team, we're not talking just to people that have
redirect. No.
So it's anybody who's on the greater team. If somebody else referred you, if somebody else sponsored you, but they are downline from us,
we sponsored Peter sponsored Andrea sponsored Joe sponsored Mohammed is on our team.
Right. That's what we're referring to. Now I know
we'll have to get Mohammed's name because we'll be able to see somewhere downline he'll get access to the system.
Which also I will say this because anybody who's in our Telegram channel, which is an announcement channel, or in the chat that's connected to that channel, if you have some kind of Telegram name that does not indicate who you are at risk of being booted.
We will put a form in there. You will have to give us your username from Boomerang, and you'll have to give us your Telegram name. And if don't fill out the form,
I also recommend when you come into the room, if you have a strange handle like that, in a chat function, put what your name is.
We'll have the form to actually apply to get in the room. No longer after March 1st will people freely be able to come in the room. They will have to apply to come in the room, and we'll have our support person search for that. So what does that help? Helps us keep our stuff safe, our content, and also keeps us from getting all those hello dear, join this great opportunity that I can scam you on type crap that we all get in Telegram.
Mike, I did notice on the Q&A only column, they now take the oldest one and put it at the top. So we can go from the top down.
Okay. So we have Billy. If we have $500 license, can we trade $2,000?
Billy, where are you at?
I'm at member.
What about Don Winders, who's at the top?
Don is gone for my screen because I exited. I have Billy. So you'll have to take everyone.
Oh, okay. Don Winders, I have more than one phone. Can I have more than one account? Is using a VPN an issue? Thanks.
No, and no. You can use a phone. It's going to be slow because you're depending on hitting an internet tower, if you will, a tower. But you can do that. There are people taking successful trades. You can have two phones. You can have a computer and a phone. I mean, you can do whatever you want.
And maybe he's referring to the fact they ask for your phone number when you sign up. So
yeah, I use fake phone number.
Yeah.
You don't need a VPN, so you don't need that. So you want to get the next question because I have Billy only, Mike.
And also, Don, I will mention that if you use a VPN,
I wouldn't use a VPN; it will slow you down.
Right, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Don't use a VPN.
John Gradsky, I signed up yesterday with one $500 license, and I'm getting the following message. You've reached the beta test limit. Please resubscribe to access beta flash loans limit.
Right. And we posted a link last night that was a patch, and they're going to be getting everyone whitelisted here over the next week. So we'll see over the next 48 hours. If not, we're going to have something in the middle of the week, and we'll reach out to support. We'll show you how to do that. Check the Telegram room, but it'll get fixed.
Ron asked, why do I get the message? You've reached the beta limit. Same answer there, Ron. Everton, how much will this software cost? Hopefully by now, Everton, you've seen the answer to that question.
Right.
It's not software as much as it's a license to be able to click the button and earn.
Anywhere from $500 to $10,000.
And typically what you're going to see is once you start using that license, you're going to recoup that license fee in a day or 2 or 3, depending on how often you click. Okay, Billy, now you're up, Mike.
Okay. Billy says, if we have a $500 license, can we take $2,000 trade or more? Billy, I'm going to answer this as honestly as I can. We got beta test of $1,500. So I wanted to play with the system. I got multiple licenses. We have between us 8 licenses. I'll be honest. We kind of like the extra flash loan money. Won't lie. Between me and Mike, we have 8 licenses. First few licenses, I was playing around taking $50. You saw me take a couple $500. I couldn't take a $2,000 trade because they only give you $1,500 in flash loans. We have executed, and Michael posted a video this week of taking 3 $500 trades. But again, I did practice on $1,000 trade, and I noticed right now it's $1,000. I was getting about every 2. I was timing it. About every minute, 45 seconds to 2 minutes, I was executing a successful trade, practicing, not using the demo. But when I went over the $1,000, I was getting a much lower success rate. Now, they say that will improve when it goes live. I got to see it to believe it. $1,000 look to be the cap right now.
And that's why we're kind of focused right now on $800 to $1,000.
Right. So I hope that answers your question. Billy, again, on the platform, do the platform fees automatically come out? No, that comes out. It's already calculated. That 50 cents I was making, that's $5.30. That's coming out and pulled out there.
And the platform fee, once it switches over to doing the platform fee, that'll probably come out automatically too.
Yes, it will. Jamal, I guess I'm pronouncing that right.
I'm guessing.
So $500 for the license, then you get $1,500 to trade. He says, but you need MetaMax for gas fees. $100 should do it. Is that correct? No. You get $500 for the license. You get $150,000 if you buy prior to March 1st. You get $1,500 for next week. Basically, you might get it. I'll be honest. You might get it because they're a little behind. And that $1,500 is do what I did. Take little bitty trades of $50. Some people are taking $10 trades just to get the flow. After March 1st, you'll get $150,000. And then you need about, they say, I'm seeing you saw what I did. I'd say $25 to $30 per $500. If you're getting a $1,000 license, you probably need $50 in Matic. But a $500 license, $25 to $30 in Matic for gas fees will be more than enough. Mike, you want to take Nina's question?
I might be a bit slow at this. What happens if I'm slow and the price changes, as the price must fluctuate pretty quickly? It can reject the trade, Nina.
It will reject the trade.
If you're super slow and it no longer is over 1% or a viable trade, you're not going to lose your money, but it won't execute the trade.
One of 2 things will happen, Nina. You'll get a big red thing. You won't even have the option to execute it. Or a lot of times I'm lagged out or whatever, and you'll see, oh my God, it was a 1.1, but that little green arrow that I showed you is actually 0.7. Well, I'm not executing a 0.7, trash can, and I just go back to searching. So you just hit it. When you hit it, it'll process it for you.
Well, Andrea Schipperle has brought up what I think people are thinking, but may not be realistic. Why wouldn't you just do one trade for the total amount?
Well, $150,000 trade. I like your thinking, Andrea, but liquidity. You have to have the phone selling the trade with enough liquidity and someone over here willing to buy $150,000. That doesn't happen. Usually it's $100, $500,000. These two have to have the liquidity to execute the trade. So you got to have, and those prices on those exchanges, anyone that watched changes, it's like watching gold on the Forex. It's going like this. So you got to have the liquidity.
And
Hope that
certainly
helps.
that some the system sees 150,000 in there. Yeah, it's gonna.
So I'll take question from Dom here. I have 2 prospects interested. I see that my right leg has some people there from your spillover from our team. Yes. I'm assuming that for me to maximize referral rates, I need 2 people that I should place in both my left leg. No. For those looking to build, and we'll have a webinar later this week. You want to have one on your left leg and one on your right leg that you personally sponsored. It could be your second account. It could be your family member or friend, whatever. One on the left, one on the right. Once you have one on the left and one on the right, you are now active. And from the third person you put in, you will get a commission for sponsoring them. But you must get one on the left. Even if you have 100 people from spillover on your right, you got to have one on each side that you personally invited into the system.
And they have to be active.
And they have to have a license.
But that could be, it could be family members on each side.
Right. TAC is asking the question, TAC, when can I withdraw from the account? There is no withdrawal, TAC. As we've said a half a dozen times in the webinar, it automatically goes in your MetaMask. You don't request a withdrawal. It's automatically deposited into your wallet as soon as the trade is executed. That is one of the benefits, along with the transparency.
The exception to that are the commissions that you might receive.
Right. The commissions from building or referring people, friends, neighbors, whatever. Mike, you did one yesterday, a transaction for $800.
Right. In USDT TRC20, and it took about 2 minutes.
2 minutes. To buy a license, you must have USDT TRC20. That is the only form to buy a license. Okay. Question from Richard. How does the repurchasing process work? In other words, do we have to go through the whole setup process? No. In the March, it's going to be a little more, again, the problems, headaches, you know what I'm saying? You'll go to the site, the WAAS site. You'll purchase your license. You'll get your $100,000 in flash loan, and you'll execute it. Okay? So everything is still in the system, so we just pay the USDT. Correct, Richard. Question from Richard. Hopefully there will be a video on how to off-ramp the crypto. Absolutely. That's where we talked about the how-to videos. There's several ways you can take your altcoins, I'll call them your earning, convert them to USDT, and then convert that USDT to George Washington's, Abraham Lincoln's, and Hamilton's. So yes, we will show you, or if you're in another country, whatever the case may be. Mike, you want to get Nina?
So how much to join the Rebels, please, altogether? Is it just $25? The only thing that $25 would be for, Nina, would be setting up the marketing system if you wanted it. It's optional. There's no cost for joining. You just have to be referred and join.
So if we referred you, Mike, you got a link for the people we referred here. Now, guys, we're going to give you our link. Those are for the people we invited here. There's a couple hundred people here, 150 people, whatever it is. If someone else invited you, do not use our link. Do not use our link. Get back to the person that invited you here. Get their link. You're still in our team. You're going to get all the same benefits. All of the same benefits. Get back to the person that invited you here. If they're on our team. Now, if they're not on our team, you won't get any of the benefits. I'll be honest with you, because we're not allowing non-team members. And team members is anyone, anywhere down below us. Anywhere down below us. Okay? So as you're putting the link, it's right at the top there. JoinRebelsTeam.com. Let me see. I'll get here.
But we reemphasize, if you're invited by somebody else, another leader, another person, be sure and get back with them to get their link.
Question from James. Where do we get the calculator that we're showing? Great question, James. That is in our Telegram room in what is called the link tree. The link tree, right now, we're going to be expanding on it, a whole website that's going to have all this information over the next 2 weeks. The link tree has how to purchase your license. And it's very important when you purchase your license that you follow the video. Please, if you're going to buy the license, go to the link tree, watch the video. Because, guys, let me show you something here. I really want to stress this. This is probably the most important thing if you're going to be involved in this business here. Let me show you something scary. This is scary. This is how you're going to lose your crypto. I'm telling you now, this is how you're going to lose your crypto. Okay? And so if you're not paying attention, on you. Let me get rid of all these things here. I set up a Google Authenticator as soon as I created my account. You see here? Look at this. Over a 3-day period, you see someone trying to hack into my account, figure out my password? Look at this.
I'm not sure.
You're not seeing a dang thing, are you, Mike?
No, it looks like a black screen.
Here we go.
Oh, there we
Look
go.
at this. This is someone trying to hack into my account and steal my crypto from my earnings. But I used a Google Authenticator, and they can't get in. And I never give my authenticator. Even if Mike calls me, I need to know it's Mike. You know, he sends me an email, Mike, what's a Google? It ain't happening unless Mike's on the phone and I know his voice. Guys, important that you protect your crypto. Don't give your secret codes out to MetaMask to anybody. That's the only way you'll lose your crypto in MetaMask. If you give out I need help. I can't use, what? Okay, let me get into your MetaMask, Mike. What's your MetaMask password, keyword or your password? No, don't happen.
Now, I happen to have a family member who lost over $100,000 because these guys are on by giving out the secret words, and it was done in such a tricky fashion by the person doing it that seemed to be a support person, and it made all the sense until after the money was gone.
Support will never contact you.
No
one from Boomerang will contact you. No one on Telegram will contact you. No one on WhatsApp will contact you. No one in the email will contact you. It will be the support system.
Don't ever give us your
we will never ask you for
key.
Any password.
Don't ever give a support person. I wouldn't even give your best friend the secret key. And if you don't have it written down, shame on you.
And back up your Google Authenticator. Because if you sell this phone, like I did one time, I upgraded my phone and all my Google Authenticators were lost. I could not get into my accounts. Heartbreaking. Only had $1,000 in it, but still heartbreaking. So the Google James Linktree, how do they pay you? USDT from the affiliate commissions. That's from referring. How do you get paid from trading? It depends on the coins you're trading on. Hope that answers your question, Michael. Question from Billy. I'm in the Telegram channel, but I do not see the chat room where I can post questions. Scroll up. You'll see how to get in the chat room. I will actually bump that. Mike, you want to take the next question?
Yeah.
I was on Billy down there. Ideleno is the next question. It's actually Mike Lucas. Go ahead. I'll get it. All I know, it seemed that you're okay with them selling licenses directly, even making it easier and cheaper for users. Ideleno, they're not making it cheaper. It's the same cost. I don't know who told you that, where you got that from. It's not cheaper. It is easier because you can get it right from the DApp. Am I okay with it? No. Why would I? Who says I'm okay with it? That's a company decision. I can't.
We don't like it at all. One of the reasons that we're going to be so protective of the stuff we're doing for the team is exactly because of what they did.
I can tell you what will happen. Someone will go to the company directly. They will buy their license. They'll get their license. And they will start to trade those coins. Those coins won't show up in their MetaMask because you have to add them to your MetaMask. They won't know how to do that. Then they got to figure out how to convert those. Then they got to figure out some of the tricks and actually how to speed it up. Support will not tell you that with Boomerang. That's not what they're there for. The only people that will help you that is your community, your group. And since you're on your own, you're kind of like in a life raft in the Pacific Ocean, all by yourself. Kind of boring out there, kind of lonely, kind of dangerous. But if someone wants to do that, to buy directly from the company for no advantage, you get no advantage whatsoever, except you don't have to click to another site and send money. That's the only advantage. But that's a company decision. Were we happy about it? No, and we voiced our opinion about that rather strongly.
And that opinion's not only for
us. No, there was a lot of people that voiced the same opinion.
It's for you too, people that are getting into the business who don't. I mean, somebody that you talk to about it, if they go do it, you need to explain to them that they're not going to get any support from you or from the team.
First question I ask anyone now is, what's your username? I look up. If you're not there, delete, block. Thanks. Best of luck. Question from Stanley. Do you have to connect your MetaMask with Boomerang? No. When you purchase your license, that is the second thing they ask for. What is your MetaMask address? If you watch our video in the link tree, it will show you the process of doing that. Mike, you see where I'm at there with question from Stanley?
Yes.
And then your answer, and then go ahead.
Norm says, so full access trading is enabled March 1st. Yes. And then it's limited, right? For the month of March, yes. The Greg, can we sign up new members in March?
Yes.
Yeah, you can. Mm-hmm. They won't be able to get started until April, but yes.
Oh, shit.
Bought a license 2 days ago. How long does it take to go active? Pam Weed asked. It should be.
We talked about that. That post I sent you showing that they're a little behind. So we'll get that as soon as they can. Quite honestly, they know there's a rush, and as the post says, there's a rush of people getting licensed before, and they're just basically falling behind. So,
Darren asks that he says he got an email from us, and is he still on the team? Darren, you're on the team. As far as Boomerang is concerned, if you join using either our link or someone that is on our team that sent you a referral link. So if you
can create a free account with that, our link or someone who referred you here. You can get positioned, but if you don't get a license prior to March 1st, you'll have to wait to April 1st. Your position in the team will still be there, but you will not have access to our tool if you don't have an active license after March 1st, because we don't want someone creating a free account and then milking all our systems somewhere else. That's just not going to happen. So just being honest.
Everton's asking about the Telegram room, and I've got that, and I can paste it into the chat.
Question from Stanley, since you're getting that, Mike. After March 1st, can you buy the license and start trading? You can buy the license prior to March 1st. You get the extra flash loans, as we said, Stanley. You can buy a license after March 1st if you already have a first license. Because the people who have the whitelisting license, the pre-March 1st license, will be able to utilize their license during March. And if they expire it, max it out, they will be allowed to buy additional licenses in March. They will be the only people, from my understanding, allowed to buy licenses in March, because we're stress testing the server.
Right.
After April, everyone else will be able to allow.
And that's why the whitelisting.
Right. Okay. So full access. Question from Mohammed. I have bought one license pre-March. Can I buy more licenses? Yes, me and Mike have 8 licenses.
And we've got people that will be buying licenses this week. So, yes.
So, okay. I think we covered everything. I did put in our Telegram room, Mike put the Telegram link at the bottom there for everyone, how to get into the announcement room. And then there's a little step, if you look at the graphic there, how to get into the chat so you can ask questions. I would encourage everyone here, if you're here on our team, get back to the person that invited you here, get a link and get a free account. Even if you have to wait a day or two to get the crypto, get your free account, get positioned, because it is binary. You can get early position. It can help you if you accidentally recruit someone, want to recruit someone, share it with family. You can make some money from that. Get your free account. If we invited you, go to our joinrebelsteam.com. Get into the Telegram. We are going to be posting all these videos. Guys, there's going to be a wealth of information in there. once we get established in live, we're going to be sharing with you some of the profitable coins. Maybe how to add one of these weird coins that Mike talked about, the 600, 700, 800 coins. And there's some arbitrage opportunity. There has been screenshots of people making 50, 60, 70% on one trade.
And unlike this webinar, the videos we're talking about will be short.
Grace, if someone doesn't have an upline, the link is at the top, Grace, for us. If that, obviously we invited you here. JoinRebelsTeam.com. That's our link. We invited you here. Okay. I'm confused. Simple. I like your name. Simple. You're confused. Okay. What is the process to buy a license? Do I have to be a member first? Yes. For our team, you have to be a member. You can go to the company directly and buy a license. Then you're on your own. And we wish you the best of luck. To be on our team, you have to buy a license.
So if you got an email from us, you have no other connection to Boomerang, to anybody else in Boomerang, you can go to joinrebelsteam.com.
And if someone else invited you here, simple, get back with Joe, Tina, whoever invited you here. Get their link. You don't want to be out there on your own. This system is going to be a little challenging for people to find the profitable coins, to convert the profitable coins, to add it to the MetaMask. They're going to have to be people helping you. And that's what our community does. We have some outstanding people already in our community helping other people. And you just see them in our Telegram room. They're giving helpful information.
And for those of you on the webinar who are those helpful people, we appreciate it because it gives us time to go make those videos, do things in different languages, and the other stuff that needs to be done behind the scenes. So thank you.
James, I understand what you're saying. You're on a fixed income. If I purchase a license March 3rd, will I be eligible? You'll be eligible for everything, James. If you get a license at any time, you're eligible from that time. I understand March 3rd or the 3rd of the month. My mom used to get some government Social Security, and she would say the eagle flies every March 3rd or the 3rd of the month. So I understand that. Will there be a recording? Great. No one ever asked that yet. First time. Dennis, our system is unlike Zoom. It automatically sends it out to everyone who registers. So if you can't make it to one of our recordings or trainings or something, always register. You will automatically get the recording. You won't be able to ask your questions, but you'll at least get the recording. Okay? And that'll be in about 2 hours. It'll go to the email that you registered with. Check your spam. Can you put the link to the Telegram again? I had to change phones. Okay, Mike, can you put the Telegram link again?
There she blows.
Let me go over to the chat and see if there's any questions over there. Seems like you're okay. I think most of our people have figured out how to use the Q&A section. Sorry, Join Rebel isn't reachable. Join Rebel. John, you have joined a Rebel team. It's Rebels. There's two or multiple community. Rebels with an S. Join rebelsteam.com.
Yeah, thanks, Ron, for posting the correct link. I appreciate it.
Any word on the blacklist? Oh, backlog. Yes, there's a backlog. I expect them to get it ready this week. You know, I understand, Luke. We're going to be following up with that Monday or Tuesday. We got a meeting with some management people on that. So we'll check on that. Can we use a VPS?
I don't know why you want to.
I mean, you can. But understand, the more links you have in the fence, as they say, the weaker the fence, the more hubs you have in a route, the slower the route.
Now, and I guess by way of explanation, Mike and I both like VPSs for trading where we want it to be working and functioning 24 hours a day. But there's absolutely no advantage, and there's a number of disadvantages to using Boomerang on a VPS, in our opinion.
But you can. If you find it faster, maybe because you have a phone, and that might be you don't have a computer, you want to get a VPS. Then it might be advantageous. It really depends on your situation. Thanks for your help. Will you have videos on how to open up MetaMask wallet and everything for everything? Well, everything's pretty big, Billy. We will try to have videos on every aspect that we can think of. And if someone brings up a question that makes sense to us that we didn't cover, we will work on getting a video for that as well.
And Billy, since we might not currently have a one on the link tree, what I recommend is go to YouTube and
MetaMask is pretty simple to create. Yeah. What I would make it important is when you create a MetaMask, they give you 12 secret words. You want to take a picture of them and store them on your phone. So when you lose your phone, you lose your MetaMask and the 12 secret words, and you're locked out forever.
You know what? I do have that. We must have it on the link tree. So there is one there. Because
but really, in fairness, you want to write those 12 words down on a piece of paper and store them in wherever you store important papers or something. Because storing them on your phone is nice, and don't store them in an email, because your email can get hacked and someone has access to your MetaMask. And we're going to be posting a video tomorrow on how to protect your MetaMask from getting hacked. Mike?
This happens to be for something different, but
okay.
Don't keep
when you were showing your MetaMask 12 words.
No, it's not this is actually for TronLink, and it's not even active anymore.
Okay.
But, the reason I put it up there is to show. I even take the ones for MetaMask and I make multiple copies. One copy I fold up and put in a Ziploc bag, because if it ever got wet, it might bleed and I won't have them. The old story about the guy that goes searches through the garbage pile because his computer got thrown away, and that's where the keywords were, and it's now worth millions of dollars. That's not that far-fetched. So don't lose those keywords, and don't leave them on a computer or on your phone, or put them on a piece of paper.
Michael has a great question. I have a MetaMask wallet, but I can't get in it because I lost access to it. Just create a new one.
Yeah.
You can always create a new one and then protect that accordingly. So guys, we are at 2 hours almost. That is a great webinar. We wanted to keep it under an hour, and obviously we failed to do that, as usual. But a lot of great questions from the people, and I hope we answered everyone's questions. We are going to have another one of these webinars, hopefully shorter. We've got to try and condense them down this Wednesday at 3 o'clock. So if you have some questions, come on back Wednesday. If you want to look at it again, follow up some more, invite a guest, bring a friend, whatever the case may be. Wednesday, 3 o'clock, same webinar link that you got where you registered for this one. So guys, everyone will get this recording in a couple hours. That's going to be hard to send to people. I won't lie to you. Someone sitting watching the 2 hour webinar, you guys watched it live. Thank you very much. Mike, anything else?
Oh, yeah, I have something that'll take about another hour. Is that okay? No.
So, guys, thanks a lot. Have a great week. And watch the chat. We'll start getting some videos out there and start cranking them out this week, all the how-to stuff. I know everyone's looking for it. Thanks a lot, everyone. Have a great day.